What is up, D.A Family? Welcome to my channel. My name is DeAngela Antonique. In this video, I'm going to help someone who may not be feeling like themselves. Have you ever just felt like, oh my goodness, I know something is going on the inside, but I can't pinpoint what it is? If you've gone through that and you've experienced that, and you know that you've gone through moments where you just weren't feeling like yourself, you want to keep watching this video. But before you keep watching this video, make sure you subscribe, press that red button right here so you can join the D.A Family. There is not one way to life. Life has many different challenges, many different just things you can go through, many different roles and bumpiness, and just life does not have one clear way that it functions. You may have many things that just come up on you didn't expect it. You may have a lot of things that you have to deal with, a lot of bills, and you don't have the money for the bills, or just anything. Like, life can be hard sometimes. It can be very, very, very stressful sometimes. In order for me to even make this video, I had to go through some things myself so that I can help you all. This has been a very rough week, a week that was filled with so many disappointments, so many letdowns, so many I didn't have enough of, and just so many things that made me feel less than and made me feel like, wow, this is too much. So I really want to speak to those who have gone through so much, and right now you may not be feeling like yourself, and I really want to speak to you because I've been there. And in this video, I'm going to give you 5 things that you can do to help you get out of that place. If you have not been feeling like yourself, I'm going to give you 5 things that you can do to help you regain who you are and regain who you're supposed to be. These are things that I personally did myself. Just as of yesterday, I just was like, you know what, this is just too much. I shed a couple tears, and these things, everything in this video that I'm going to tell you to do, these are things that I've done myself personally to help me just be who I am supposed to be, go back to being my vibrant, happy, positive self. So don't think that I'm just making this video to just make it. I'm telling you all these tips or this advice because this is what I did myself, and I really want to help you if you're going through what I just recently went through. And I'm still going to continue to do these things because it's not just an easy, quick fix and it's over and it's done with. I know that sometimes you may do all that you're supposed to do. You may be in a good mood now, but then next thing you know, you have to make yourself be happy. You have to make yourself feel a certain type of way. The amazing thing about any challenges is you can overcome any challenge that you go through. You can overcome anything that you need to overcome. You can defeat any giant. You can defeat any challenge. You can do whatever you put your mind to. So if you're feeling like, oh my gosh, I can't do this anymore. Oh my gosh, I just feel so sad. I just feel so depressed. I just feel so blah. This is for you. This is really for you. And I vouch for these 5 tips because this is what I've done myself to help me. Because I don't like being sad. I don't like being around people and not bringing down the mood because I'm sad. So I promise you, if you do these things, well, let me not say I promise you, but if you do these things, I know you will see a difference because they help me. And here we go. So if you're like, oh my goodness, I know this is not me, this is not how I am, I'm never like this, just here, I don't really get excited about anything, I'm not happy about anything, the first thing you have to do is acknowledge the feeling. Acknowledge that you don't feel like yourself. And when you acknowledge something, you let it be. For example, I said that I was just going through a lot, and the first thing that I did when I felt extremely frustrated, I cried and I allowed myself to feel the emotion that I felt. It does not make sense to ignore what's right in front of your face. So you have to acknowledge your feeling, acknowledge that, wow, this is not me. That's the first step, because once you acknowledge it, you're able to take the first step in that deliverance. If you have to cry, if you have to just sit there, if you have to just speak to yourself, you want to make sure that you acknowledge the emotion. And sometimes you may not be able to pinpoint what emotion you're feeling. That's exactly what I'm saying. Acknowledge that you don't even feel like yourself. So once I acknowledged that I was not feeling like myself, I went and I got my journal, which is right here. I got my journal, and I know I showed you all this journal in my Thankful Mind video, but I went and I got this journal and I began to write over and over and over and over and over. I wrote, I will not be stressed. God is in control. Trust him. And I kept writing it until I believed it. You can write anything positive. You can write a note to yourself. You can write a note to yourself, encouraging yourself, letting yourself know like this is temporary. It's not going to be this way forever. Or whatever you want to do to express yourself. You can just write it out. Write out whatever you're feeling. Write out what you don't want to feel. Just make sure that you just have a journal, or if you don't have a journal, a piece of paper, and just write out your thoughts. Just write them out. I am so serious about this affirmation, going in front of the mirror. So my third advice to you is go in the mirror. I went in the mirror and I spoke to myself. I looked myself in the eye and I spoke to myself. And I said different things like, DeAngela, you are not a sad person. You will not stay sad. You will, and I just began to speak life into myself. And I began to say, this is just temporary. It's not going to be this way forever. You will accomplish all of your dreams. You will accomplish all your, whatever you put your mind to, all your wants. And I just began to speak to myself, but it was really important that I looked myself in the eye. I had to look right at myself. I had to see myself looking at myself in the mirror, and I just began to speak life. So you want to definitely always practice those affirmations, because when we speak things out, that's the power that we have to speak those things into existence. The fourth thing that you can do is just surround yourself in positivity. Now, you may be in an environment where you're not able to surround yourself in positivity. So what you can do is you can listen to encouraging music. You can listen to encouraging podcasts. You can watch an encouraging YouTube video. But you want to do those things, because if you hear those things and you hear that encouragement and you hear those positive words, you will begin, your body will align. And I always say that a lot because it's so true. Your mind and your body will align all together, and you'll begin to believe those things that you're hearing or that you're seeing in those videos or that you're listening to. So you definitely want to make sure that you are listening and being intentional about being around positivity. And then the fifth thing that you can do, which I believe is the most powerful thing that you can do, is make up in your mind that you don't want to feel the way that you're feeling. You have to make up in your mind that I don't feel this way. I don't like feeling this way, and I don't want to feel this way. Once you acknowledge and you make up in your mind that you don't want to feel the way that you're feeling, then you're able to do the other steps. Then you're able to take the steps that are needed to help you have that breakthrough, to help you have that freedom. That's so powerful. It's so important, because your mind and your attitude determines what you're going to do. Your attitude determines how you're going to do something. So make up in your mind that you don't want to feel the way that you're feeling. It's so important. It's so many things in our lives that we can't control. So many things in our life that we can't even plan for. So if you have gone through a lot, or if you're going through things, and as I said, if you're feeling like this is not you, I'm not feeling like my step, try these 5 tips. Just try them and see if you see a difference. When I left the mirror, I stood there for like 30 seconds, probably even longer. I don't remember. I just stood there and I kept speaking life into myself. Once I walked away, I felt the difference. I felt more encouraged. I felt more empowered. I felt like I can overcome anything that was in front of me. So again, these are things that I personally did as of yesterday, as of even today, to help me overcome these things. I'm going to continue to do it, because step number 5, as I said, is extremely important, because I don't want to feel out of place. I don't want to not feel like myself. So do these 5 steps, and then let me know how you feel. And also comment below and let me know what are some things that you do that I may have not said to help you come out of a funk, to help you regain who you are and regain just being able to bounce back from any situation.